Okay, we're here post-game with the Yellow Jackets head coach Tom Heil with Ty Colombo and Jay Battle after a 70-69 win for BW in their home opener over Thomas More. Jay sitting on coach's right, Ty sitting on coach's left. Tom, let's start with you. Your opening thoughts on the game.
I felt like it was a battle. They're a really good team. I think really well coached. We knew they were going to put us in some situations on defense. They run some really good prints and stuff and really make you guard. We had to make some decisions on how we were going to guard them, and we decided to switch the ball screens, which I think they did a really good job of exploiting at times. They've got a lot of guys that can go off the dribble. I think they beat us to the basket and got too many easy ones for my liking. They shooting 52%. But we did get some timely stops, which I was really proud of. And honestly, that felt like an OAC game down the stretch. It was a battle the whole way. We got some big stops when we needed it. And the thing I'm most proud about offensively is the way these guys handled a team that's going to mix up their defense. They started in zone, they played some man, they mixed in some pressure. And I thought for the most part, being our fourth game, we handled that pretty well, and it was, I think, our experience in that department showed. I think we played with some confidence as they switched up some things, and mostly proud of we overcame. We're man down with Benny Geschke not playing tonight, and then Kyle having to get stitches. I thought some guys really stepped up. I mean, Jack Listowski played some major minutes there at the end of the game. He hasn't really been in that position before, and I'm really proud of our guys and how they responded. So thankful that we found a way to win.
Ty, you had a career night tonight, 20 points, and it never felt like it was a flashy night. Your points weren't really all lumped together. It felt like there was consistent grind from you the whole night. Where did you think you most excelled tonight that you were able to put a game like that together?
I think I got a lot of easy catch and shoot threes. I think J and Q got me going early, and I was hot early, so they got me the ball. And then staying patient. On this team, we really don't need any guy to carry us on a nightly basis. And the other night I had 0 points. I know Kyle is like 7-8. Drew had 12 the other night. I mean, we're pretty balanced, and we really don't care who scores, so it's pretty unselfish.
Jay, tonight I thought the best play you made was at the end of the game defensively when Thomas Moore's trying to grab an offensive rebound, and it looked like they were going to come in with it, and right at the last second you got your hand on it. It impressed me because there was a play a couple minutes earlier where you could tell you were frustrated, you made a turnover you didn't like. How do you keep mentally locked in those critical situations like that?
Well, Coach always promotes throughout the program, like, you got to work for moments like that, and like you got to train like that, you got to practice like that. So this has been 4 years in the making. I'm still a working project, just as Coach Heil is, and Ty and everybody in the program. So we've worked to be ready to make a mistake, and then when you make a mistake, to be an adult and to be a high-level elite player and to fix that mistake. And I can't lie, I can't sit here and say I did it. Jack Listowski's probably one of our most vocal guys on our team. And as soon as I made that turnover, they called a timeout, and I was laying on my back, frustrated, and Jack picked me up. He goes, "I love you, dude. Like, I wouldn't want anybody else with the ball in their hands." And so that sort of got me up and going. And then Coach Heil and Coach Schmidt always having my back regardless of the results. They were telling me next play too. So honestly, it was there, and the body language is there. But as soon as that ball got in bounds, I just locked in, and I knew I had to make a play. And so kudos to everybody. I thought all of us made big time plays in crunch time moments, and that's what it's about, and that's what we try to harp on and try to move forward with every day. So,
Tom, your thoughts on Drew Silva tonight? He is kind of cementing himself as a focal point offensively for you because he can do some different things, and when he has good nights, it feels like it opens everybody else up.
Drew has come a long way. I already think he's a pretty darn good post guy in our league. He's incredibly active and athletic. I think he's really tough. He's really worked on his game. When he catches it down there, everybody, these two guys, myself, is pretty confident that he's going to make the right decision. Now, he had a couple turnovers tonight, which were a little bit uncharacteristic. But, we asked him to do some things tonight he hasn't done. And switching some ball screens and guarding on the perimeter, and they did some things that kind of took him away from the basket. And he didn't have the night he normally does as a rebounder. But That was more, I think, the game plan, and I'm really proud of the growth that he's shown. I thought he had a great weekend in New York against two really good teams. I thought he had another good night tonight against two really good teams. He's only scratched the surface. I think he's got the potential to be an elite double-double machine in our conference, and I think if he just keeps getting better, and I think we got to do a better job of finding him sometimes. I think he's incredibly unselfish. We've got really good guards, and at times he does a great job of screening for him, and then he dives and he rolls and he's open and he doesn't get it, because these guys are making a play and they're wired to do that, and I think they're doing a better job of looking in, but I still feel like we miss him quite a bit, and I'm proud of how he handles that. He's just a winner. He wants to win, and he doesn't he's not the kind of guy that's going to demand we throw him the ball, even though I'd kind of like him to do that a little bit more. So I really feel like 4 games in, he's doing what we thought he would, because he's worked at an elite level for 2.5 years. And I think if that continues, honestly, the sky's the ceiling. I mean, he's a monster out there. I mean, he's a 6'8", he runs. He's incredibly strong and athletic. So this was a tough matchup for him. They basically play, 6'3", 6'3" to 4 guys that none of them are really post players. And I thought he handled it well. Really proud of the player that he's becoming.
Ty and Jay, I'll leave the last word with you guys. You're about to go on a 3-game stretch, all conference games, all on the road, and all 3 of them historically have been challenging places for the Yellow Jackets to play. Mount Union, Muskingum, Marietta, each for different reasons. Jay, we'll start with you. Your thoughts on this upcoming stretch, which is a critical one to start the conference.
It's cliche, but it's always worked for us. So we're focused on Saturday morning to practice, and then Sunday, and then Monday, and then we'll worry about Mount. So we're excited for the challenge, and we understand that there's no off nights in this conference and really no off nights in this schedule this year. So we're grateful. We understand the pressure to perform, and we just try to take a day at a time. And I know a lot of people want to hear something spectacular, but we just try to keep it simple here at this program. So that makes it easy on the players and also on the coaches to have that simple focus and mindset. So for me, I know that's my approach along with the other players and Coach Heil. So yeah.
Kind of going piggybacking off what Jay said, you got to take it one day at a time, and obviously our preparation with 3 OAC teams, different scouts, different personnel, you got to be locked into that. But if you haven't learned yet, the OAC is a battle every night, and it's a different challenge and a different team, and you just got to be ready to play, because there's not a single team that can't be another team in this league, and the day you take off is the day you get beat. So we just got to be ready to go.